come out, support my girl, LadyChann. Make sure y'all tune in. This is the champ, Alicia Baumgartner, coming through.
Hey guys, I've come to bring you breaking news. Shouts out to my sister on this one in the building. Guys, so we saw reports that Mauricio Suleiman was going to rank Jake Paul in the WBC rankings. Now, who gets ranked in the WBC rankings at 5-0? Like, you've got to be at least, in the UK, you'd have to be at least European level, and then, you know, like fringe level, fringe world, you know, and American, I'd say intercontinental fringe world. Then you get your rank, you know, not at, no, hardly any fighters don't get title shots unless you're Vasily Lomachenko. And, you know, at 5-0, no, it's just not, and you've fought no boxers. But then there was more developing news. So this is where the break... Hold on, let me just take it back. So you know there's going to be some Jake Paul payola for the reason why Mauricio Crooked Suleiman was going to rank him in the WBC. Like, let us, like, at least be wrong. Or let it not be so in our face that we are right. That we be crooking, we be crooks, we be capping, we be corrupt. We be cheating, you know, whether it be in the ring or on their wives, it's something. Do you know what I mean? It's we be something. Call it the WBS. It's just we bullshit. That's what they should be called. Let us be wrong, but this just absolutely proves a point. But then, guess what happens? The fight is going to be postponed and called off. Rahman Jr. will not be facing Jake Paul. Is that you say, Shan? Just call me Buckstradamus. No, shouts out. How this has come to fruition. Boxing Scene has posted that this fight is not happening because Rahman Jr. cannot make the weight. They had it at the 200-pound cruiser weight limit. But as they was doing their weight checking throughout what they do with fighters, they check just to see if they're on course to make the weight. They saw that Rahman Jr. wasn't on course making the weight, even though he said in the press conferences and stuff that he's making the weight comfortably and such. But shouts out to which content creator said, I don't know where he's going to be able to cut to get down to that low because he doesn't have that much fat on him. Well, anyway, so they raised the limit to 205. And still he can't make the weight. So the Board of Control, or the boxing who sanctions this, has said this fight cannot happen because Rahman Jr. cannot make the newly modified weight of 205 pounds. Damn. And with the rehydration clause in place, no bueno para él. So, but Jake Paul, you bitch. You could have just said, we do it at 210 then. I wonder if they could raise it by that and you could do that and get the rehydration clause in there. If you really want this fight to happen. This is all sus. I don't know who to blame. Obviously, Rahman Jr. not being able to make the weight, but he said he could. And then maybe Jake Paul got cold feet. And even though Rahman Jr. wasn't making the weight, he could have still put it up to 210. But I see with this geezer, Jake Paul, I don't know, it just all goes wrong. So if Jake Paul was that confident, you know, he allowed them to raise it and said, I'll fight him if he's 205, the rehydration clause in there. If you really wanted to fight, could you not say, because he's not making the 205, could we possibly do 210? I mean, it's £10, and that means Jake Paul can come in slightly heavier and rehydrate. But no, it doesn't seem to be happening. So, breaking news. Stand by, it's going to be mass reported. Just remember where you fucking heard it first. Okay? I'm reloaded. So I don't know where Jake Paul goes moving forward. This is a shame because this would have been Rahman Jr.'s biggest payday. We would have seen Jake Paul get sparked out like a light. The first time he would actually be fighting a real boxer, because Jake Paul has not fought any boxers. So yeah. So 12-1 Rahman Jr. Hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel and you can get something else either popping off, or Jake Paul, Team Paul will see if they can renegotiate something else, putting the weight up slightly, but I don't know. But anyway, I'm gone. Remember where you heard it first. Hey girl, it's LadyChann, rep nonetheless. Come box with Shan. Gyan! Damn. Breaking news. Gyan!